Welcome back to Contemplative Roots, and I'm still with Ignatius. This is my third theme from Ignatius, and it's about the inner journey, but I sense there's going to be a few of these as I unpack it. I've even got some notes to work from. And the summer's come back, but I haven't dug out my other clerical shirts. The dogs just appeared as well. I haven't got family clerical shirts, so I'm afraid we're going to have a non-clerical shirt because I haven't got many short sleeve shirts around. Didn't need to know that, did you? The inner journey. I'd come across the idea of an inner journey, but when it really hit me was on a retreat. Now this was, good few years ago when I was really losing my way faith-wise, and I just thought, right, I'll go on a retreat. So I booked on a 6-day silent retreat, which was wonderful. But it was quite amazing that the sort of ethos of the retreat was Ignatian. So this Ignatian spirituality, which I'd come across years ago as a curate and had been important to me, I was coming back into. And I remember you're in silence with some group work, and each day you see someone to talk about where you're at. And I remember being asked repeatedly, but what are your deepest desires? And I thought, I don't really know. I don't really think about deep desires because I don't think they're going to be very nice or good or anything. And I mean, that is I think the subject for the next video, which is going to be a bit theological, but is really important to me. But let's stick with this deep desires. And I think the delight was to find that when I dug down a bit, there were really positive things. What I was really wanting was to serve God and love my family and love others. But I needed to dig down to find that, as you might dig down to discover water, to create a well. So, how does Ignatius see things? Well, he envisages levels which are a little bit like the structure of the earth, but he didn't understand the way we understand the earth. But he says the top level is weather, which is very changeable. You know, one day it's raining and cold, the next day it's sunny and warm again. The wind changes and all that. And these are our moods, which change one thing to another. Ignatius is good at helping us to notice and understand our moods, and on a very basic level, what to do when we're in a mood of consolation, and what to do or not do when we're in a mood of desolation. Maybe he was a bit like me, a sort of an up and down person, certainly in desolation in those really difficult times, but he unpacks it a lot more. Margaret Sylph Waymarks, I think, is probably the book that helped me to understand this. I haven't looked at it for a while now. When we're in desolation, is not to make big decisions, which is tempting to do, but no, just stay where you are in desolation. So the weather, which is very changeable. Then deeper is soil. Now, those of us who are gardeners, soil is wonderful stuff. Things grow in soil, and we can grow things and can grow in our lives. It's fertile, it's rich. And below the soil is rock, which is more solid, something you can depend on. So we're going down inside ourselves to discover this rock, this reliable foundation in our lives. And below that is fire, which is dangerous but powerful and warming. So this is the sort of inner journey that he envisages, and I will get back to how we do this journey, but I think I just want you to stop and I'd leave a day or so before you see the next video and just try to get in touch with your deepest desires. What are my deepest desires? Maybe like me, you hadn't been asked that question before. Maybe you're quite offended. What's a nun doing asking me about my deepest desires? That was for me anyway. What are those deepest desires? Just try and get in touch with the deepest desires that you have. And at least, well, in my experience, that could just give you the sense of where we might be going on this inner journey. So what could you pray? What words? I think I'd probably just use the word deeper, just to focus on that sense of going deeper. Deeper, as it's got 2 syllables, so you can breathe in on the D and out on the P. Just spend some time deeper. Just let the focus, if you've been doing some of the things I've suggested earlier, letting the focus come away from the brain, down into the body, connect. What are the deeper feelings, deeper desires? Have a go with that, and when you're ready, move on to the next video. Thank you.